Hello everyone, this is Cesar and I hope everybody's doing okay during these weird times, right? These crazy times, yes. Today what we are going to do is we're going to install locking tuners on my Gibson Les Paul Standard 2007, the one that Larry Corsa converted, right? The one with the cover of a Sweet Child of Mine. I'm going to put a card here so you can click and you can listen to the guitar, right? Listen to the tones. A great guitar. And we are going to put these Kluson Revolution tuning machines. Let me give you a closer snapshot of those tuners, right? So why did I choose those ones? Well, first thing is because they fit perfectly with the holes that are already in the headstock. So I don't need to modify the guitar. It was funny, the other day I was watching a video of someone saying that he doesn't like permanent modifications on the guitar, and he was drilling holes on the headstock. Okay, anyway. Now, they look the part too, right? They look vintage-ish, right? Very similar to the ones that are already installed. We are gonna see it later. They have here a screw to tighten the button if needed, right? And well, being Kluson, I hope they will do a good job. By the way, I think it is the first time I find something in StuMac. I bought them at StuMac. That is cheaper than the, let's say, original one. Because what happens is that if you go to the Kluson website, these things are really expensive, and in StuMac they are exactly the same, and I found them I would say significantly cheaper than the ones at the Kluson website. So I chose the nickel one, right? Do I think they sent me the chrome ones? Anyway, right? Basically, I don't care too much. What I want is the tuners to do a good job. So we are going to install them. In the box you see here, they come with all the ferrules or whatever is needed, right? So this is what we are going to do. Not that the ones that come with the guitar don't work. Honestly, I had to retune the guitar a couple of times. So we are gonna go with those. And on top of that, the string change is gonna be much easier. So sit tight because it's gonna be a long video. In any case, we are in lockdown, so what is a better option than watching one of the videos of Cesar all guitar, right? So first of all, we are gonna remove the strings with our trusty IKEA tool. And yes, guys, you need to remove the strings when you are going to change your tuners, right? I know that what I'm saying may sound a little bit weird to you, but I have had the opportunity to watch a video of someone changing the tuners without removing the strings, which is not, I would say, a best practice. We are going to reuse the strings because once we have installed the locking tuners, we are going to cut them here, you know, at the tuning pad, so all the winding is going to be left, right? Not that we are cheap in this house, but these strings are relatively fresh, so they can basically perfectly serve for our purposes. And again, please remove the strings when you are gonna change the tuners. And by the way, one of my viewers with a very good eye, it was a very good catch, saw that I changed the orientation of this pickup. You remember in the video where I presented to you this guitar, the poles here, right, were the other way around. And now we are going to take the advantage that we are here and we don't have the strings, so we are going to change again the orientation of the pickup. That, by the way, will force us to take the ring out because the ring has a shape. You cannot simply change the orientation of the pickup when it's already mounted at the ring. You need to change the orientation of the pickup, dismounting it from the pickup ring, as you are going to see. If you simply do this like that, it won't fit well with the body of the guitar because the ring has a shape, right? So this is what we are going to do just now, okay? So that's the way Larry sent the guitar, and we will adjust the pickup height later, right? Yes. So guys, I mean, just a couple of things while we do this, right? You would have probably seen the new guidance of the CDC, right? The Center of Disease Control, sorry, for Disease Control, right? Excuse me. Talking about wearing masks, right? Covering your face, basically, right? This is the right advice by any means, right? So please, if you get out, cover your face. You don't need to wear these super special masks that you can find in the hospitals, the 95 famous ones that basically mean that they are able to filter 95% of the particles, but covering your face with a cloth, right? With a cloth, with a mask made at home, and then you wash it when you come back. It's going to be essential. Washing your hands very clean always, and if you get out, please wear a mask. A mask that can be made at home, homemade. The CDC has in their website very different ways of making your own mask, right? And that will keep you much safer than getting out without any protection. So please do that and stay safe. Well, we are already ready for the tuners, and this is what we are going to do. So give me just a second. Well, so we will start removing the tuners, and we are going to use our trusty octopus tool, right? Again, nothing in my channel is sponsored, so I use this product because I like it. Why do I like this product? Because it's relatively soft, right? So it won't let you over tight the nuts here at the headstock. So we are going to start taking nuts out of the tuners. So what happens is that if you try to over tight with this tool, it won't let you because it will simply jump, and I like it. Very good. Let's take the washers out too. Well, I think this is a good angle, so you can see what is going on. Now we are gonna remove the screws with the same tool, okay, with the octopus tool, right? And we are going to reuse the original screws, okay? So we make sure that we are not enlarging the holes. Very good. Now I'm going to remove the rest of the tuners, and once they're out, I'm going to show you one of those, let's say old ones compared to the new ones, in a closer shot. Well, here we go. Here on the right, you see the one that was coming with the guitar, the ones that were coming with the guitar, Faber Deluxe tuners, kind of vintage style, right? And the one on the left is the Kluson locking tuner that you see kind of still keeps the look on the tulip of a vintage tuner, vintage-ish like, but has all the features of a new and modern locking tuner. But for me, the most important thing is that the holes perfectly match, right? So we are not going to be forced to drill any new hole on the guitar, right? So you see them here. And on top of that, as I said before, this one has this little screw here, and then you are going to be able to tighten, if needed, the tulip, the button to the pole, right? So let's go and install them. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I start at the front of the headstock, right? Because that's the way I make sure that the thread goes straight into the collar, right? So then what I do is I don't put a lot of pressure on the nut, so I don't tighten the nut a lot, just enough for the holes to be perfectly aligned on the back of the headstock. And now that I have the tuner perfectly pre-centered and I make sure that the thread is straight, I am going to screw the tuner to the headstock, reusing, as I said, the screws that were coming with the guitar, so I am totally sure that I don't enlarge the holes at all, and you see I get a perfect fit. And after that, I will again go to the front of the headstock. Let me try to get into the movie here, and with my wonderful octopus tool, yep, and it's absolutely perfect. And we repeat the same process with the rest of the tuners. Let me just now, for example, go with this one, the new nut. Okay, so we make sure that the thread goes straight into the collar, right, and it does not get misplaced in the hole. Now we tighten it a bit. Perfect. We go to the back again, and let me just reposition this so you can see, and then reusing the old screws, we tighten the screws. Basically are gonna fit perfectly with the previous holes. I'm using a smaller screwdriver, as you saw, right? Because the octopus was a little bit kind of oversized for this job. And this is how I do it. You will find people that would basically first screw the tuners to the back of the headstock. I don't like doing that because sometimes, as I said, the pole right here on the front gets a little bit displaced, and then the thread does not, the nut, right, does not thread straight into the pole, right? Okay, and this is the reason why I much rather prefer doing it like that. And with my wonderful tool, I make them nice and snug, and I cannot over tight the tuners, right? So I don't ruin the finish, etc., etc. We do the same for the 6 tuners, and then we will string the guitar, and we're ready to play the hell out of those frets. Okay, we're done. This is the back of the headstock. A perfect fit. Just throwing the tuners there. And let me show you the front of the headstock. Let me get into the movie over there. And this is the front. Now, the tuners that we took off the guitar are really very good tuners. Faber Deluxe, right? And if you're good guys and you take me to 20,000 subscribers, I would do a giveaway with these tuners. More details coming, okay? Now we are at 16.2 thousand, so it's 3.8 thousand away from the 20,000, and we will give away, why not? This is the quarantine giveaway, these fantastic Faber Deluxe tuners, right? Now we are going to string the guitar back, right? And I'm gonna do only one of the strings on camera because I think you can perfectly be sick of watching videos of people stringing their guitars. But as we saved those strings, right? Because they were really very much usable. So what we're gonna do is we are going to cut this part of the string. We are gonna go through the hole. Let me see if I can see it. Yes, I think we got it here. Yes, there we go. We pass the string through, then we lock it. We make sure that it's positioned at the nut, then we lock it. It's locked already, yes. And now we cut it. I think I need new string cutters, but this is gonna make the trick. And then we will just tune the guitar, right? So we will do it with the 6 strings, tune to pitch, and play the hell out of the frets of this wonderful guitar. Well, so the job is done. The guitar is tuned to pitch, and for what I have been just tuning and so on, I mean, they really go very smooth and they are very precise. So we're happy with the tuners. I will let you know after playing the guitars in several videos and in the studio once the quarantine is lifted. And with regards to the Faber Deluxe tuners, we are gonna give them away once we reach 20,000 subscribers, right? So we will basically put the rules of the contest in the next video, which is gonna be a very simple thing, always like choosing a number or something like that. And subscribe, hit like, and you may win this fantastic set of Faber Deluxe tuners. Guys, see you very soon in my next video, but up to that moment, please play your guitars, stay safe, and be good. Bye.